morning, everybody. So we've been here in Paris about 3 weeks now, and we have about a week, a little bit less than a week left. And there's still a few things that we haven't seen. And one of them is the Tuileries garden. We haven't walked through there. We walked by there because it's over by the Louvre, but we haven't walked through there. So that's how we're gonna start out the day today. And then we're gonna take you along on whatever else we find. But it's gonna be a lot of fun because Paris is amazing. This is Paris in the winter, so we have a change of plans. We are now going to go to one of our favorite department stores. It has a really cool cafe on top, and we're gonna work there for a little bit because it's super misty out and it would not be good for the Tuileries. So we're hoping it'll clear up a little bit later so we can go over there.
So one of our favorite things about Paris is how fun it is to walk everywhere. It's so beautiful and so easy to walk all around the city. But another thing that we love about Paris is how great the metro system is, and the light rail and the buses that connect. So on a day like today, that really comes in handy. So we're metroing around to our places today for the most part, unless it clears up. A lot of the connections from one line to the other, which we're on now, have a nice tunnel set up so that you can remain down underground. And whether it's cold or hot, you're comfortable down here. Pro tip when getting off the subway on a rainy day, look on Google Maps or whatever you're using to guide you and see what exit tells you to take out so you don't have to get out in the rain. In this case, it takes you right into the place we're heading rather than outside.
We made it inside. This is apparently the housewares department, but this is a cool department store. So this is Le Marais, and there are a lot of cute little shops and little cafes, but we discovered this cafe up here at the top of the BHV department store when it was really cold out one day, and so it's just kind of like a cozy spot for us. It has an amazing view, which I'll show you in a minute. The food is pretty good, and the wine is really affordable. Like this little carafe is under $6. And so we're just gonna sit here for a little bit, have lunch, and enjoy the view, and maybe get a little work done. Okay, post lunch, and we're going to, we're gonna try the Tuileries again. It feels pretty cold. We haven't been outside in a while, but we wanna give it a go. So we're back in the metro. So I'm by no means an expert in French history, but the Tuileries have a lot of historical significance. Catherine de' Medici created these gardens in the mid-1500s, and there was a palace here called the Palace of the Tuileries, where the royals lived, and where Marie Antoinette and Louis XVI took refuge during the French Revolution. It wasn't enough refuge, though, because later they were beheaded at Place de la Concorde, and the Tuileries Palace was burned to the ground in 1793. So a lot of history here. Wasn't the best for the royals, but great for everybody else. Such a neat park because people are just walking around, really just enjoying it, and it's got so much historical significance, but it's also just a place of relaxation, rest, open space for Parisians. So I just want to talk a little bit about this Place de la Concorde is really kind of fascinating. It looks like not much of anything or not that interesting, but this was actually where 2,400-ish people were guillotined during 1 year of the French Revolution, including Henry XVI and Marie Antoinette and other famous people. And that obelisk, which was a gift from Egypt back in like 1929, is actually sitting on the spot where the guillotine was that beheaded all those people, including Henry and Marie. So it's a pretty fascinating place. And after that year, they did move the guillotine over to the Tuileries. I guess maybe it was easier to clean up blood over there. I don't know. But
All right, we've got a little bit of breakthrough of the Eiffel Tower on this quite misty, overcast day. This is our first full sighting. Well, after a day of a lot of fog and mist, our destination point, where we were really hoping there would be a nice view, was this here at the Trocadero, and we're fortunate that you can actually see the Eiffel Tower, although the top is disappearing a little now, but it's beautiful. This is definitely a good spot to come to get a good perspective. Cheers, sweetie.
cheers.
Come into Lulu's to get a little snack along the way here, and we got one of the family favorites. It's the mixed plate with cheese and cured meats. Little backstory, our daughter was with us for 3 weeks during her winter break from college, and I think she ate this meal like, this is an appetizer typically, but she had it as her main course probably like 3 or 4 times.
Oh, wow. So this is the 16th arrondissement that we're walking around, and it is where many dignitaries, people in the government live. It's a very, very nice high-end side of town. Yeah, it's neat to see some of the condos and stuff. It might not translate to the video, but it's neat over here. So this is La Grande Épicerie in the 16th arrondissement. We've already been to the one in the 7th arrondissement, which for somebody who loves food and loves markets, this is like the creme de la creme of France, of the fancy markets. So we're gonna have a look and see what this one's like. Cucumber kombucha. You want one? Like, look at this, the perfectly like floured Parmesan. Look at the stuffed tomatoes. For our walk home.
Looks like a giant donut. Pretty much the whole bottom floor is like mainly wine and champagne and other beverages.
We're in the land of sardines. These tins are really neat. They just make great, like, keepsakes. You can just leave me here.
They're all chocolate bars.
And then the ones on the lower level.
Look at these beautiful, like, wrappers. Like,
This brand's wrappers look like Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
they've been around since like the 1800s,
They're
so
the OG.
can't be that bad. So we have our little goodies from the market, and we're gonna go home and try our luck at oyster shucking, and we will see you guys tomorrow. So we're gonna wrap it up here for tonight, and then we'll see you again tomorrow.
Bonsoir.
Bonjour. We are out. It's not really morning anymore. It's kind of almost afternoon, but we needed a little extra time this morning to kind of get organized, input some of our receipts because we track our spending, and then also to, can you put that down a little? Also just to take a break because after many, many days of 15 to 20,000 steps a day, the feet start to need a break. So yeah, so now we're out.
Yeah. So we've been staying in the 18th arrondissement, and today we're going to head on a walk through the 18th down to Montmartre, and then we're going to go into the 9th arrondissement, which is one of our favorites, and show you around some of the neat things that we've learned along the way. I forgot to mention, the oyster experiment went really well. We ate 12 of the tastiest oysters we've ever eaten in our life last night.
They were amazing. They tasted like just like the sea.
I'm sure a good part of that has to do with the fact that we actually shucked them ourselves, but
Well, and that they were super duper fresh.
yeah,
But
it took a little figuring.
And it was hard.
And you know, in coming videos after we get more practice, we'll share with you what it's like to shuck oysters.
You just wanted to pet the cat. I don't care about that thing. Look at the teapot and the cheese grater with the ladies. So cute. Progress or development or prosperity can be achieved. Yes.
Would you like some bread?
One thing that's especially nice about the French is that they do not rush you whatsoever. So you can sit and read, they casually take your order, they won't bring you your check unless you signal that you want it. You can then, after some time, have an espresso following the meal. All of that's expected. It's just very part of the enjoyment of life.
The joie de vivre.
card.
That looks nice. What's in that one?
It's almond and it's got flaky, like phyllo dough kind of. Mm.
This one? Yeah. Oh, I like where it brings me.
So one thing they're big on here in France is carousels. There's a lot of these streets where it's like a triangle, kind of like the Flatiron in New York, and oftentimes there's a little triangle in the middle rather than a square where they have a carousel.
So I've heard about these passages. This is kind of like the OG mall. Paris has like 20 of them now, but they originally had about 200. And there are these really cool walkways with all sorts of little shops in them. And it's really, really neat. Merci beaucoup. Merci, au revoir.
Fun day.
Thanks for joining us today on this fun day. Hope you enjoyed the walk around these cute neighborhoods in Paris.
So please like and subscribe, and we hope to see you in the next video.
Bye, everybody.
Au revoir.